So here we are on one of our new stages for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The Shadowland, you see the evil Daredevil with a disrespectfully evil pose in his black costume, and the minions all around him sort of taking over what might have been the Hand hideout, and a few of those guys left. It's a pretty stage. I like it because all the colors really pop. But we will show off the Doctor Strange here, one of my favorite characters, the Sorcerer Supreme. All sorts of interesting stuff from this guy. So we'll start with, he's got basically a lot of tricks, a lot of mobility, and let's just get right into it. All of his powers, I think, well represented. So he's got some basic sort of zoning attacks. He's a very mobile character. He can fly up in the air, but really what makes him so mobile is this series of teleports. You see that one go behind, this one will go above their head, and this one puts you right in front of them. We got a number of quick attacks. Very fast, fun to play character. Some great normal attacks, like the Impact Palm. We'll talk to you more about the Impact Palm in a second. But in addition to his teleports, he's got a variety of great zoning tools. The Decision Act, which can be done in the air or on the ground. It can be done in either a single, faster version or a slightly slower triple version, and that will track the opponent anywhere around the screen. So let's see. You see it follow him up there. I was just trying to show that it will indeed track. Throw him out of the corner there. He's also got a variety of projectiles. The Bolts of Balthak, which is just executed with any attack plus special. Interesting high-powered beam attack. He's also got this Mystic Sword attack. This one's better in combos. But there's variations of it on middle attack, which is a really high-powered projectile that flies across the screen, or you can send it off at an angle. So that's great stuff. He's also able to fire, well, before I get to those, let's do one of my favorites, the Eye of Agamotto, which will actually track the opponent if you send it forward with an Impact Palm. But does a great number of hits, very persistent, so you can make them get up into it, into all sorts of interesting stuff, and won't pull you off the ground. But I just like that move. It looks cool, and is a nice nod to Doctor Strange history. You can also, these glyphs, the Grace of Hoggoth as they're called, basically think of them as like, you could play bumper pool. So you can leave these hanging around the whole screen. They will stay there even if you are tagged out. But when Doctor Strange comes back in, he can fire a fireball, Flames of the Faltine, and the fireball will basically just go forward and do nothing interesting on its own. But if you've got these glyphs around the screen, it'll bounce off all of them with a variety of different effects. He's also got the red glyphs are exploding glyphs, which will actually, you see there, well, he's right on top of it. They will not just reflect the fireball, but actually explode themselves. And the effects of the fireball are different and become more powerful depending on how many glyphs you have out there. Whether it's more but beyond that, of course, he's got some of my favorite supers in the game. Harkening back to some of his mystic, ancient, old one friends, he's got the Spell of Vishanti, which is basically a giant energy pillar that opens up from the ground. Can be done from the ground or in the air. Will pull opponents up off the ground. Very, very powerful stuff. Will track the opponent no matter where they are, which makes it great. He's also got the Rings of Ragnar, which will actually reflect fireballs or any projectile that hits him. I don't have any projectiles coming at me, but if you do, the projectile will come out and be reflected back at a giant sort of Shinku Hadoken, Doctor Strange style. He's also got his great level 3, the Astral Magic. Doctor Strange shoots forward in his astral projection mode, summon the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, another one of his ancient Sorcerer Supreme masters, to close that in and destroy you ultimately. So Doctor Strange, very, very cool guy. Guy with a lot of style, a lot of mobility, a lot of ability to control the screen and control space with some unique tricks that I think makes him one of the more interesting and technical characters in all of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.